And we're back. With Tim Allen. Welcome back to Home Improvement, folks. Today we are trying to repair an Elden ring. And as much as I'd like to take a minute here at the start of the stream to shake up what we're trying to do, there really isn't a useful alternative. At the point in the game where we have more or less everything that we need as far as optional objectives. Oh, no, not gonna get cornered. No, thank you. Well, I got distracted menuing. I don't know what I was doing there. So if y'all recall, what we found last time was that we get pretty reasonable progress if we get the Godskin Noble to Phase 2. And then once he's in Phase 2, we need him to break a few of the columns, because breaking the columns makes it easier for us to spam Regal Omen Bairn. Also, when he transitions to Phase 2, we ideally want to catch him with we ideally want to throw up a Terra Magica. And then smack him around a little bit with the Ancestral Infant's head. I keep firing that off too early, like that one just got completely eaten by Pillar. Of course. What the crap? I've never seen him do that. I've never seen the Godskin Apostle spam that one move. And there were runs when I would have liked him to. Dang it. Ah, he read me like a book. Okay, that was off to a decent start. I got through about a third there. So as always, the main goal here is just for me to not do anything incredibly stupid. As long as I can manage that, then we should be good. really need you to get out from behind the other dude. Oh my gosh, I hate you. I don't know how well I can afford to have Blessing going. Welcome to the stream.
Fast trading is now following.
Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I thought I heard you over there. Really? I need to hold out for my FP. Okay, I've got enough FP to use Regal Omen Bairn. Yes! Oh, yes, that's a good way to start the stream. Thank you for the follow, Fastrady. We are playing Elden Ring using only tools, meaning items that we can only equip to the hotbar, not the armament slots, and that are not consumables. I know it's kind of an involved definition, but I needed a way to distinguish between tools and consumables. Welcome to the stream, be marching. Okay. Bump up that vigor. And let's get back to investing in mind, I think, because at this point we've got most of the faith and intelligence that we're going to need. Someday we might want to swap out Marika's source heal, and in which case we would need an extra 10 levels in those to do that, but right now I'm not that worried about it. Looks like we need around 20,000 more runes. Let's see, will that get us there? Probably not quite. Oh, just another 400. Oh. You know, considering how long we spent on that fight in the last stream, it's nice to be done. So let's see, our current max FP is 215. Can we boop you off the edge just with Regal Omen Bairn? Yes, we can. Nice. Alright, so, thanks to that, it's kind of hard to see at the moment. It's not. Thanks to clearing Godskin Duo, we now have access to a pretty high value boss that I am almost certain we can beat. So even though it's not necessary for the run, I want to try to fight Dragon Lord Placidusax. If I can remember how to get through this section of Farum Azula. Oh, you know, there is a skip over here that's possible to do. I think it's even possible to get here without doing Godskin Duo. So I think you can, like, come up from under there and approach them from this way. Anyway, there's a skip that's possible here, but it requires 2 of the most late-game items that are possible to get. It requires an incantation called Placidusax's Ruin, and the Hand of Melania. Melania is the hardest boss in the game. I did not mean to come this way. But I guess we kinda had to. Oh, that was a nice dodge. Although they're just stuck in that pillar. It's the little things, you know? Also, we totally could have just run through here instead of fighting any of those guys, but don't question it, okay? You know, it's definitely nice having at least one almost decent option for fighting just overworld enemies. I'm trying to remember where to go from here. I'm pretty sure back there are just a couple of item pickups, nothing that we need. I think there might be a grace over this way. Oh, that's where the Dragon Crest Shield Talisman is. No wonder I always find that. Unfortunately for it, it's wholly outclassed by the Dragon Crest Great Shield. Oh, right. I remember this. Okay. So now we walk carefully and quietly over this way so as not to disturb the Crucible Knight, since he doesn't have to be disturbed. And we leave him to whatever it is he feels like doing that isn't anywhere around us. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I don't think we have to fight any Crucible Knights in this run. I think we can just run past all of them. It's this one that's the Godskin Duo, right? We're backing up to go a slightly different path along there. Welcome to the stream, Brittle Lizard. Okay, so I can totally make that jump, I just didn't. I want it noted, we're only 30 hours into this run, and my fastest run is somewhere around 53. So... really? That's just real. Again, that's not polite. Dang it, I thought I had the quit out right. I don't know how I messed it up. It's okay. We can get there. I can duplicate that. One thing at a time. Honestly, I probably should have gone a little bit farther without a quit out. But I think I know where I want to quit out now. Blessing of the Erd Tree. Golden Vow. Sprint along here. And quit out here. That'll clear the dogs chasing me. Because the dogs were the real problem. Everyone else I can stealth past, but the dogs are very persistent. And very attentive. So we're just gonna wait for the big guy with the Beastman Cleaver to come past. Let that guy do whatever it is he's doing. Because I don't think he comes down here. Really? I don't have enough stone sword keys. How many do I have? I only have one. Dang it. I never expected this to happen. Doesn't the hermit over here sell a stone sword key? I know I've never talked to him in this run, so if he does, he still has it.
I am all set.
Yay, he does. I also probably should have bought his cracked pot, but oh well. Oh my gosh, whenever I stream, Weeping Peninsula gets so laggy. Oh, you know what else? Now that we're done with that fight, we don't really have a big need for we don't really have a big need for the sleep pots, because most of the enemies left in the game are pretty resistant to sleep, so really. It was so close. I wonder if it'll even spawn me back onto there. I feel like there's a chance. Or it'll spawn me falling off of there. There's a chance of that, too. So yeah, the reason that we're going this way is that I want to get access to that elevator. Yeah. I want to use those stone sword keys to clear the fog gate and get access to the elevator that's just behind it, because I believe that's the path to Placidius Axe. It's the path to something important, and I think it's Placidius Axe. One nice thing in this game is that carrying a lantern does not make it easier for enemies to spot you. Which is a big positive, because it sucks. It would suck if whenever you're going about in the dark, you had to deal with every enemy being able to spot you. So we hitch a ride on the Dragon Temple elevator. I don't know why I sent that back down. Oh, that's what's this way. Oh, never mind. We really didn't have to go this way. So, going this way is how you access... I mean, among other things, it's how you access the fight at the end of Alexander's quest line. Suppose there's really no point in swapping my flasks for 7,000 runes, but I kind of just want to sprint through here and see how many runes I can pick up. Wait, have I not progressed Alexander's quest to this point? Because this dragon is where Alexander usually is. Well. I'm dumb. You realize how many times in this game I have ruined things just by walking off the edge of a cliff? Dang it. Oh, well, that's fine. We didn't have to go up that way at all. The thing is, I remember struggling to find something along here and having to look it up. And it was that. It was how to get to Alexander. Now we're going to try one skip that I've done. After I grab whatever that is. It's a smithing 6. So yeah, if you try and make progress along here, that guy calls down lightning all over the place and it's covered in birds. It's just really annoying. So our plan is not to do that. Oh my gosh, why is it... What the heck? I have never seen I've never seen Elden Ring lag this bad while I was playing it. It's just every few seconds. Anyway, I believe we can cut out a portion of this if we do a skip. Now, I've done part of this skip before, but I couldn't remember the last part of it. So this is the part that I've done before. You can do a quick little back hop. And get down here to the bottom of this elevator, which is otherwise a little bit annoying to get back to. Oh, we should probably track down Somber 5 as well. They have safeguards in place to try and keep enemies from just walking off cliffs, but usually they can be circumvented. Now the trick to this is that you can't go across this upper thing, but you can get across the lower one. Looks like that last hop, trying to get onto that railing, is going to be the tricky part. And this is the section that I've never done before. This particular chunk of the skip going along this. I've gotten down the elevator a number of times. I'm pretty sure you don't even need a bow for it. You can probably just... Okay, hang on. That'll save us some time loading in. I'm not totally certain how to do this. I wonder if I need to be light. Hang on. Let's try taking off my armor. Oh. Huh, maybe I do need the back hop. To be fair, that's how I've seen it done, if I'm remembering right. Yes, that worked too. Nice. Yeah, that works. Thing is, I'm not seeing another way. I'm not seeing something over there to land on, so I am pretty sure that we just need to clear the railing somehow. Which, if I'm guessing correctly, means we need to jump around the little cup-shaped banister at the end of it. Yes! Except I can't wear the big hat. Okay, so... I'm guessing he won't spawn. So this is where Recusant Bernal appears if he appears in the fight where we would try and get the Blasphemous Claw, but I don't think that happens unless... I don't think the fight with Recusant Bernal happens unless you have killed Rykard, who it's to be determined whether we'll even try to kill, because fighting Rykard with this build would be absolutely awful. So it just remains to be seen whether fighting Malekith without the tool made specifically to make him a lot easier to fight would be equally awful. Can't get over to that roof, can we? I don't think we can. Oh, this is why speedrunners come this way. I get it now. So let me show y'all something real quick. I think we need to go up to that crack up there. Yep. We head on up to this crack. So that's why it makes it faster for getting to Malekith. be honest, I had absolutely no idea. Now I wonder, can we go back this way? We can! So this isn't a locked elevator until we activate it, because, I mean, why would you be able to activate it from this end? Okay, I remember how to get back to Plassey. But before we do that, we're actually going to head to the round table hold. Because I just realized that we don't need to wait. We don't need to go looking for a somber 5 smithing stone. We got the bell bearing for it from the Godskin duo. Somber 5. Okay, so I think we should have everything we need now to fully upgrade this seal that we're carrying. We probably even have the runes for it, because I learned this the other day. The way the game determines how much it costs to upgrade an armament is one of two things. You either upgrade it based on, well, it's a mixture of two things. The smithing stones used, so basically what level of upgrade you're going for, and the weight of the item. I knew you'd be back. He changes up his dialogue for a second here.
Here's one. My masterpiece to slay a god. That's all I've lived for. And my promise to Queen America.
So yeah, since the seal has no weight, it's extremely cheap to upgrade.
Look after the girl.
Like, look at this. We're upgrading it to +6 and it's costing 200.
I'm going the way of the round table. It was a great honor to smith your weapons during my time here. Allow me to call you this just once before it ends, my lord. For that is what you are.
Sadness. So yeah, we burned the Erd tree, and that started Master Hugh down a less than ideal path.
Round table hold is burned, razed to the ground. Don't worry, I don't blame you. I'll continue spirit tuning just the same as before, which is why I need your help persuading Master Hugh to leave. His roots are so knotted in this place. He won't last much longer if he stays here. His shackles are broken. He's a free man now. It's high time he put the round table behind him.
So yeah, if y'all hadn't noticed, Master Hugh was a prisoner of the Round Table, but now that the Round Table hold is burning because of its connection to the Erd tree, his chains have melted off of his legs.
lost me now. Weren't you listening? As I've always said, you came to challenge the demigods and their god, to slay them. And as long as you do, I will always smith your weapons. It is what I wish. To smith a weapon for you to slay a god.
And even though the round table is burning and he is free, he refuses to
You're here for
leave.
some spirit. Oh, is that right? So Master Hugh won't listen to you either. You have my thanks regardless. I'll try and talk him round next time. I know he was given this great entreaty to craft a weapon which could slay a god. Though I can't help but think of it as a curse. A fearsome curse. Put on him by Queen Marika. And if that's the case, I'm not sure there's anything we can do.
Master Hugh, no! Alright, let's head back to Farah Mazula. I just came back here to upgrade that seal. Oh, wait. Sorry, we gotta go back. I just realized I've got the wrong stuff in my flasks. Also, we are going to go ahead and put that on our quick access. Okay, let's not leave right when I need to once again deal with my flasks. Or with my... not my flasks, my physic. Plassy has 40% resistance to both holy and magic. So our best bet is probably going to be a mix of those. Just depending on what we decide to use, what is most effective in a given moment. Okay, there's one thing that I want to check. Okay, so lightning fortification is 35% lightning resistance, but barrier, or but protection of the Erd Tree is 30% lightning holy and holy resistance. So I don't think we'll want just the lightning one. I mean, there's... oh yeah, Barrier of Gold is just magic resist. Wrong window. At least the Omen armor is really good for resisting lightning. I never actually checked that, but apparently it's tied with the bull goat armor for the best lightning resist. Ooh, but there is golden lightning fortification. Where do I get that? After ascending the Dragon Temple lift, cliffs south of the Fountain Plaza. Okay, hang on. We definitely want that. Okay, we're going to do some more equipment gathering. I wasn't anticipating doing this, but south of the Fountain Plaza. Let's see here. That's... Okay, it's somewhere over hereabouts, I think it was saying. Yeah, okay. Oh, well, that's interesting. I didn't even know that you could sneak past those guys. That wasn't it. It's a teardrop scarab. Ah, there it is. I almost ran off a cliff. Okay. So Golden Lightning Fortification will give us 70% lightning resist, which is a pretty good buff. Yeah, okay. So that is pretty solid. That'll be a nice thing to have. Where do we get Flame Protect Me? Huh. Golden Lightning Fortification will be better for this. Okay, I think we have... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I kind of just bumped a button. Anyway... Alright, let's see how much trouble it's going to be getting to Plassey. So normally it's really no trouble because you can just kind of... you can pretty easily kill the enemies that are in the way normally, but here our resources are probably going to be pretty tight. Which means I kind of want to avoid spending them on random enemies on the way to the fight. So we've got 11 blue flasks. Now Plassey has 40% 40% magic resist, 40% holy resist, and 150 and 26,000 health. I don't know where the number 150 came from. And you get to him by lying down right here. With that in mind, I think when we get to the fight, we'll buff up with our spells, and at least during the first phase, we'll probably focus on the infant's head. I think we'll be able to get off some pretty solid Terra Magica boosted damage with it. Also, behold one absolutely sick cutscene. So Farum Azula exists outside of time, and the storm in the middle of it is referred to as the storm beyond time. And, well, we're about to enter the storm beyond time, which is where Dragon Lord Placidusax, a former Elden Lord from the age before the Erd Tree, awaits the return of his god. Now this is a frickin' cool boss fight. And I'm going to try to not have it take too many attempts. It didn't take too many attempts in any of the runs that I've done so far, but one of those runs I was hard carried by Latenna, the spirit summon. And another of those runs, I was using Black Flame Tornado, which is one of the best techniques for absolutely shredding this guy. So if I recall correctly, we're gonna get to about here and then buff up. Oh no. Oh. Huh. Honestly, wasn't doing as much as I had hoped. Most of the time when I've fought him, he's kind of been vaguely stationary. He didn't bounce around a lot, but maybe I need to rethink that plan. Oh, wait, hang on. So unfortunately, there is a pretty long walk back to him, but hey. It's annoying, it's not all that difficult. And thankfully, we can just teleport back into this. You know what? I'm going to get slightly closer. Yeah. buff. Oh, and... Okay, so I was down to 6. I think we're going back to... I think we're going back to Omen Bairn strats. Because I just don't think that... So hang on, if I take that off, I drop to 194. Yeah, we'll go with Omen Bairn strats. We're just not getting great damage out of the infant's head. Yeah. Classy is generally more of a spectacle fight. I know that there are a few people who consider him really difficult, but prior to this run, I don't know. Without this run, I don't know if I ever would have been one of those people, because I've generally found him pretty manageable. Then again, in both runs where I've beaten him, I have had ways to do large amounts of damage quickly. In my first run, it was Wing of Estelle, and in my second, it was Black Flame Tornado. Now, the one time that we will probably try to... use the infant's head is when he does the roar that calls down homing lightning. Because that one is definitely a bit tricky to get Omen Bairns in between. Really? You're opening with the nuke. Oh! Hello. I got dumb. That was going pretty well, though. The lucky thing is, like Fire Giant, we can somewhat frequently position ourselves close enough to have him hit by the initial shockwave as well as the projectiles. Oh, I kinda wish that we could cast Erdtree Heal, but we won't be able to do that until after Malekith. And to be entirely honest, the reason that I'm doing Placidius Axe is because I want to get runes for... I want to get extra levels before we face Malekith. Oh, I thought I was out of range. He's got kind of short range on his fire, which made me feel slightly overconfident. One of these times I'm going to try doing that. I'm going to try Protection of the Erdtree instead of Golden Lightning, because while a lot of his stuff is lightning, he's got enough fire mixed in there that it might be useful. Hi, Beastman. Oh, come on. What the? I don't know how I even got hit a second time. There was no fire near me. I do think I favor golden lightning protection, though. I'm getting hit more often with the lightning than I am with the fire, even if it is the fire that's consistently killing me. I find it easier to work around the fire than around the bolts of lightning. You know what? We're going back up there, and I'm changing physics again. No, I'm not. Sorry, that was just a tad... It was just a tiny bit of indecision, you know? I think there's like a big old rune or something on that guy. On that corpse in front of the altar. I can't quite recall. Maybe we'll get it one of these days. It is a long walk back. I was hooked by your elbow. Did you just whack off your own elbow? Okay. I think I'm starting to get the gist of it, at least in phase 1. If I play intelligently, I feel like I can make the most of the openings available. Also, for some reason, Plassie isn't classed in the game as a dragon or an ancient dragon. So, things that are normally more effective against dragons and ancient dragons are not more effective against him. Okay, so the only one that we're going to cast before things start is Golden Vow. Or is lightning protection. Oh, I thought I was out of range. I don't know, I got greedy. And if we need to, we can always take a break from this to fight the Draconic Tree Sentinel that's out in front of Malekith, because I don't really like running past that guy. I like to kill him so that I can buff outside the gate. Because if he's there, you either have to accept that you're not going to be able to buff, or you have to do a quit out right in front of the gate just to de-aggro him. Which isn't fun, because it takes a while. Dang it! I gotta get better at watching for that one. That one keeps catching me. At the very least, I'm getting better at knowing how to maximize my spell usage. But that's a pretty minor thing when it's not keeping me alive. Yeah, I'm getting a better picture of all of this, but I definitely need to just generally improve on how I'm doing this. Like, knowledge is increasing rapidly because Plassie has already survived more attempts than he did in my first 2 runs put together. But execution, not so much. Oh. Rude. Oh. I got greedy. Look at that smile. I was trying to angle the camera to look at his smile, but I angled it the wrong way, because obviously it rotates around me. I'm sorry, y'all didn't get a clear look at Plassie's smile. It's a disappointment, I know. You know, based on the number of necks he has, he most likely had 5 heads at one point. And there is a very real chance that those heads were ripped off by another boss who will fight in this game. I'll point him out when we get to him. Why are you firing that off as like the first move in the fight? The trouble is with fire breath attacks. Okay, maybe I'll go back to protection of the Erd Tree. I seem to be dying to the fire a lot. And I seem to be getting somewhat decent at avoiding the lightning. I think we'll give Plassy a few more tries, then maybe take a break to fight the DTS that's out in front of Malekith's room. Because while there is a somewhat decent chance that that'll actually be worse, at the very least it'll let me shake it up. Because part of the trouble with doing these runs with doing an Elden Ring run on stream, is that if I'm just doing attempts on one boss over and over again, I tend to kind of stall out. Dang it, I thought I was far enough away, but I should have known that I wasn't. Really cool fight, though. Honestly. Okay. So, real quick... I don't think we need to change spells or anything. We are going to give this guy a piece of our mind. Yes, first try. I should have switched to a foul foot there, or I should have switched to the golden scarab, but dang, that went way better than I expected. Anyway, through this fog gate is the fight that will render our Omen Bairns completely obsolete. Not only by making it pretty effectively impossible to use them, but by giving us an enemy with 80% holy resist. So we need roughly 15,000 runes. Snag that extra level. Push it to 30 mind. Ooh, we have exactly 200 FP now. You know what? That could be good. So that's 4 Regal Omen Bairns every full FP bar. Which is kind of the benchmark that we've been holding on for. So being able to swap out that Cerulean Amber Medallion for a while could be very nice. I didn't think we'd get to that point with just one more level, to be honest. Now the downside is that it will make it a little bit trickier to try to mix in our buffs, because I don't know if we'll be able to fit all of the buffs in around the Regal Omen Bairn. Let's see here, real quick. So Golden Vow costs 47. Protection costs 30. Blessing costs 60. We should be able to cast all 3 of those and still have the FP for a Regal Omen Bairn. Before we need to heal up. Oh my gosh, my frames. Where are my frames? Wasn't even what I meant to cast. What the heck? It was gone! And I rolled. How was I still stuck in the animation now? For the wall. We're dead. Yeah. I may need more blue flasks, or to waste less FP. That would also be good. Okay, not bothering with that. Not bothering with that. Can I afford to? What if... Hang on a sec. Oh, whatever sound effect just played made my ears need to pop. Anyway... Erd Tree's Favor. Where's the... Okay, hang on. I think we can get the +1 variant with where we are in the game right now. I was going to hold out for the +2, but... with just a little extra... Which way do you go? He does not corner well. Okay. Where's the elevator that we need to hitch a ride on? I think it's down a slightly different path. Go up here. Okay, next step. Trying to remember how to do this skip. I'm not sure that I was climbing onto the correct window. Hang on a sec. I just don't want to have to go through the whole path to this. Because it's kind of long, so give me 2 seconds for a quick search. Okay, so right in front of the door. Nope, one to the left of right in front of the door, so we did need the one farther down. Oh, so is the goal to land there? Hang on, I need to add something. Okay, maybe I don't need the bow. Maybe I just need to swing a weapon. I hit the wrong button to swing the weapon. That might have put our checkpoint on that little ledge. In which case... It did put our checkpoint on the little ledge. It had us facing a different direction than I thought. Because I'm pretty sure we'll slide off that ledge the moment we spawn on it, but... There we go. Okay, that was easier than I thought. It's not a difficult skip by any stretch of the imagination. Also, I don't know why I sent that back up. So whenever I send an elevator back the way that it came, it's because it's closer to a path that I expect I'll follow at some point in the future. And, well, if I ever come down this way again, I'm probably going to be coming through here. Anyway... There's a boss here that we could potentially fight, but I don't really want to all that much. However, our goal is just the chest at the end of the row. Hi, Moog. Hang on, I need you to step away from there. You know, considering this guy has a custom tool just like Morgott, it feels a little bit wrong in this particular run to fight him without his custom tool. But at the same time, we're pretty over-leveled for this. Okay, that should be the fight. We totally didn't need to do that because all I came down here for was that talisman, but you know what? I will take the extra levels, because the extra bit of endurance might mean we can bypass the need for that. Some extra endurance might just let us bypass the need to wear that talisman. So we need 80,000. Gosh, dang. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. We'll start by selling some stuff that I kind of don't want in the inventory anymore, just to save some time.
Pulse now.
So, I literally am not allowed to use any of these. I have no weapons where adding grease will matter. Shield grease could hypothetically be useful. Okay, so we're almost up to 70,000. Oh, the people who know Elden Ring are going to hate watching this as I just sell 3 ancient dragon smithing stones for 3,000 runes apiece. Or for 1,000 runes apiece. But I have no use for regular smithing stones, and honestly I don't really have a use for somber stones anymore either. Oh wait, I overshot. Crap. I didn't mean to overshoot. Now I have 9,000 extra runes. Dang it, I'm still at heavy load. Alright, with that talisman, I have pushed to the point where I can wear this dude. I can wear the full Omen set which will bump up the total damage of my Regal Omen Bairn. It also gives me some extra stamina and HP, both of which will be nice, just not quite as nice as the 20% physical damage reduction from the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, which, as I've said once or twice, is one of the best talismans in the game, at least in my opinion. Okay, we're back to here. And that has the ability that I thought it did. Dang it, I got greedy. I had 8 flasks left, which means I had used 5 by that point. And if you're wondering, I'm using the Flask of Wondrous Physic in the first phase because he doesn't sit still long enough to get consistent hits in the second phase. So I kind of want to get the extra damage in when I can and just accept that the rest of the time I won't be able to get the extra damage in. Like, there's no point in having a damage buff when I'm not going to be able to use it effectively. Also, I am going to try and get back to a place where I'm going to try the same thing that I started doing with Fire Giant, which was with Fire Giant, I more or less stopped healing, and the only healing that I used consistently was my healing over time option, in this case, Blessing of the Erd Tree. Oh, dang. think I can afford a golden vow, but I won't be able to buff many more times. So the reason that I'm hugging the wall here is because it kind of traps him against it. Oh, yes. 436,000 points. And we still had a flask left. What do you know? I could have spared another one. 436,800 runes. Those are the levels that I was hoping for. I mean, the downside is that I did all of that, and if I invested those levels immediately into endurance, I guarantee you that with this build, I could get back to light load, or I could get back to medium load. In fact, I'm going to demonstrate it. So, real quick. Our current equip load is 58.9. That needs to be 70% or less of our max equip load for it to be medium, which means we need 84.1 or 84.2, something thereabouts, to hit medium load with this setup. Look at that. We did all of that to get to medium load in this armor, and this armor has just become fully and completely obsolete. Now, it hasn't become fully obsolete, but it's going to be borderline impossible for most of the remaining boss fights to make use of that. Which is why we're actually going to go and visit Renala in a minute. In other news, it's time to invest several levels in mind. Oh, mother-in-law. Or soon-to-be mother-in-law. You know, I keep forgetting that there's an enemy that I could just go and kill easily for 11,000 runes.
Now.
Okay, so first things first, we're going to get several of these stats back to...
Be not alarmed.
Hang on.
More.
Sorry, I need to check a couple of things. 8% equip load for that, but Great Jar's Arsenal gives a 19% buff. So, our current equip load is more or less what I plan to roll with for the rest of the game. We might occasionally swap out one of our talismans for a defensive one, like the FP, like the Cerulean Amber for the Dragon Crest Great Shield, or the Halig Drake +3. Those things. But in general, this is more or less what I anticipate rolling with. Hang on. I'm pretty sure that the Dragon Crest Great Shield is one of the heaviest talismans in the game. So... Erdtree's Favor and Great Jar's Arsenal are heavier. Yeah, so out of the stuff that we're likely to switch to during a fight, Dragon Crest Great Shield is the one that we'll want to compare with. So, that means since we get a 19% buff to equip load, we take what we currently have, divide it by 1.19 to get what it effectively is under that equip load. And then divide that by 0.7 to get what our max equip load needs to be. 66.4 unmodified. If we have 66.4 equip load unmodified, we should be fine.
Is it time? Now.
Okay. So we're back to 22 endurance, 35 intelligence, 35 faith, and let's start pumping more into mind. Also, there's the grace. That'll work. We could have done with exactly 601, but whatever. Nice. Okay, so we've packed on some extra levels. Now let's go say hi to Malekith and regret all of our life's decisions. So one important thing to be aware of is that for this fight, these guys are effectively useless. I will probably demonstrate that when we get into the fight. But yeah, those guys are not worth it anymore. Not for this. Malekith has 80% holy resistance and only 20% magic resist. Oh, let's see. So we beat Plassie. Let's get a Malekith tab open. Now, the good thing about Malekith, the one... he has 40% magic resist. Still, 40 60% of magic damage going through is going to be much better than 20% of holy damage going through. Especially because I think there's a chance that we can cheese him. You know what? Yeah, okay, we're going to go and test the fight first. But after we've tested the fight, we might take a second and go and test the Reichert fight, just so I can reassure myself that it is not worth fighting him. Because he has roughly 90,000 hit points. And I don't know if we can fight him. I don't know if it's physically possible for us with this build to kill Reichert. Oh, I almost forgot. We need to switch out our buffs. Terra Magica. Lord's Heal. Golden Vow. Blessing of the Erd Tree. And I don't know if there's anything else that we really need. Protection of the Erd Tree could be helpful for some of the holy damage that he deals, but honestly, I don't even think it'll be worth it. We could potentially try Tops's Barrier, but I doubt that I'll have it pulled up at the right times to make use of it. And there's only like one ability that it could help us block. And if I see that ability coming well enough to use a spell, I have seen that ability coming well enough to use a dodge.
Thou who approacheth destined death, I will not have it stolen from me again.
So yeah, y'all are probably seeing at this point why I'm somewhat concerned about our damage output. Because he only has 10,000 hit points. He has slightly more than a third the hit points of Plassie. But we're doing less damage. I'll show y'all what Omen Bairn looks like. You know what? I'll even show you what Omen Bairn optimized for damage looks like. Without the helmet, because, well, actually, we might be able to do the helmet if we swap a talisman. Nope, not quite. Oh wait, yes we can. Okay. So that's the kind of damage that we were getting off with our infant head. As long as we can get Malekith to stand in it for a bit, it's a few hundred. Now the advantage here So, yeah, we not only don't have the damage that we would need, we don't have time to use it, and he gets more aggressive in Phase 2. Like, as much as I would be really happy to be able to use the Omen Bairns, they're just not worth it in this fight. I honestly don't even know if we'll ever be able to make use of Terra Magica. Oh, I tried to jump that. You know that dagger he's wielding right there? We can actually pick up and we can get in game. It's a cool one. Oh, you know what we should have done here? We should have swapped a bunch of our faith over. We should have looked at our incantations and seen how much faith we could swap over to intelligence, because the infant's head has genuinely good scaling with intelligence. If we could get out, if we could boost our intelligence, that would be pretty helpful. The downside being we'd probably have to drop Blessing of the Erd Tree. I jumped! I tried to jump, I was cornering. I want to at least get to phase 2. After we get to phase 2 and y'all get a glimpse of that... Oh, I should have checked how many flasks I had used by that point. After we get to phase 2 and y'all get a glimpse of that, I will... I will go and see what things look like if we try and fight Rykard. Even saying it to myself, it sounds stupid. Among other things, we would probably need like a great shield or something, because Rykard has one attack that is just... that is just disgusting. Dang it, I thought I was out of range. The range on gravel shot isn't great. I feel like I was doing alright for part of that. You know what, before we do that, let's go and say hi to Rykard. And we are going to roll with the same ability. I think we might actually be able to get some decent-ish damage here. It's just that he has so much health. That isn't what I meant to use. Okay, so that was Rykard using that thing. We were doing a few hundred at a time out of his 90,000 total, and it doesn't look like 90,000 total, but that's because his first phase has half the health of his second. You whittle down that entire HP bar of 30,000, And you get a 60,000 HP bar after. With that said, he doesn't have more resist from Holy. We can potentially get headshots. Oh, and that attack is almost impossible to dodge. Stuck against the wall. Really? Poison 3 times? Just kill me. At least we get to see a cool death scene, but that was bullcrap. That many poison spits. I wasn't that far away from you, Rykard. Well, right now this is just the God-devouring serpent. This isn't even the Rykard phase. What the crap? What the crap? I took so much damage from that poison. If nothing else, the ability to get headshots is nice, but... How did I not dodge that? I'm really confused here. Anyway, that was through 3 of our flasks, and we got through roughly a third. Maybe less than that. Yeah, we can't kill Rykard. We just quite literally can't. And admittedly, some of those flasks were spent on healing, but there's no chance of me doing Rykard hitless. There's not even a chance of me doing Rykard with few hits. So yeah, we're going to have to manage Malekith without the Blasphemous Claw item that is... Oh. I did not mean to waste that FP. We're going to have to manage Malekith without the Blasphemous Claw item. I mean, his first phase is named Garank, but at the phase transition, you'll see it's Malekith. Yeah, those things reach slightly through. Dang it. We were doing alright there. We had him down at roughly half. We'd only spent 4 flasks, I think. Part of the challenge will definitely be getting him to park in the... Well, part of the challenge will definitely be in Phase 2, when he refuses to sit in the mist, because Malekith refuses to hold still anywhere. I mean, there is always the option for me to learn how to zip. If I could learn how to zip, then I could zip up to the wall and be impossible for him to reach. No, somehow I don't feel like learning to do an incredibly difficult speedrunning tech. Is the right way to make this simpler. I got stuck on a wall. And I mistimed like 3 different dodges. I wish I could use Torrent in this part of Farum Azula. Honestly, there are a lot of places in the game where it should have been possible to use Torrent, but it isn't. Also, I should try and mix in some bells to see how the damage on those is looking. Oh, I thought I had outspaced it. Dang it. I thought I had outspaced it. That big wind-up attack stays deceptively close to his body. I probably won't be going for too much longer as well, because we've been doing a little over 3 hours now, and yeah, we're at about 3.5 hours at this point. And I think it would be a good idea to take a break soon. Also, I found that I think he gets aggroed slightly before he's allowed to move. Because I've noticed that when I start up from further away, where I'm doing all of my buffing at a distance, okay, so the bell is dealing 77. I was behind the pillar. Thank you very much. That was rude. Yeah, I say we'll give it 10 more minutes. We'll go till 8. The thing is, we've had a couple of good runs. We had that one run that made it all the way to that made it through like a third of his health. So, like, this is definitely possible. It's just going to continue requiring more skill. If nothing else, I have hope that the final boss will have a means of being cheesed. I can't guarantee it, but I think if things work the way that I believe they do, dang it. I keep underestimating that. Up. Oh, I'm blurry. We're getting better. That was a pretty dang good run. I am wondering, though... You know what? We'll try swapping that out. We still have a whole lot of FP. That still leaves us at 255 max, which should be enough for quite a few uses of the infant head. Oh. So the trick is definitely staying closer to him, because if you keep your distance, he does just start spamming. Oh, I really thought that I was in the clear there. Oh, can we maneuver the fight over this way? Welcome to the stream, Lastborn. Dang it. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Lastborn. I'm afraid you came in just at the end, though, because I said I was finishing at 8. We've been going since a little before 4:30, and I'm out of time. Like, we made some good progress. Killed the Godskin duo, killed Placidusax, took care of the Draconic Tree Sentinel outside Malekith, and now we're trying to fight Malekith. Well, first phase is Geraint, and we haven't gotten out of the first phase yet. And I am seriously considering reallocating some FP, so hang on a sec. I just want to look at how much, or not some FP, some, reallocating some faith over to intelligence. So how much do our spells take? So that takes 20, which means we would need a minimum of 15. Now this armor is extremely fashionable, there's no question about it. But Golden Vow wants us at least at 20. That said, we could totally go visit Renala and reallocate 15 points. Hang on. If we swapped out Blessing of the Erd Tree for Blessing's Boon, we could go to Renala, reallocate 15... Hang on, how many larval tiers do I have? And where do I keep those? This is crafting materials. I have 1 larval tier left. How many larval tiers are there? Because I've been reborn a few times. And I don't think there are any... I don't think there are any renewable sources of them. Graveyard at the village of the Albinaurics. I might already have that one. Look, I'll do that planning after the fact. I might route in just all of the larval tiers. We might go and pick those up so I know just how much rebirth I can still do in this run. Because at present, I probably want to reallocate some to intelligence, since this has a intelligence scaling, which means if I could get to around 60, that would give us a noticeable increase in damage. But in the meantime, let it be remembered that it was during this particular stream that the Omen armor got its time to shine. Hang on, let's bring it out into the light of day. Look at him. He's glorious. He has hair on his helmet, and pretty much everywhere else as well. I've never fully understood the purpose of the hair. Especially since I don't recall omens having red hair. They might, which would indicate a relation to Radagon or to the giants. But I mean, just look at this majestic man. Also, I just realized there is a crack in the mask. There's a crack in the helmet. That's how this guy is seeing. You can just barely make out... Yeah. You can just barely make out his pupil. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, this stream, the Omen armor got its time to shine, and I appreciate that, because I don't know if it'll get another time to shine. Maybe against Horalu, but even then, that's iffy. Because Horalu moves pretty frickin' fast, and it's gonna be hard to get hits off with him. Unless the initial explosion, like, stuns him out of it or something. We'll see. Tim Allen will return in Avengers, I don't know, post-game. Thanks for being here. I hope y'all enjoyed. And I hope to see you next time. Later, folks. Bye.